Welcome. Linear polyatomic molecules. Determination of bond lengths by isotopic substitution. If a molecule has many atoms, it is polyatomic. Here it is linear polyatomic molecules. That is, atoms are arranged in a straight line. Linear polyatomic molecules can be treated same as the linear diatomic molecules. As we know, for linear molecules, the moment of inertia of the molecule about the principal axis B and C are equal and that of A is very small. That is, IA equal to 0 and IB is equal to IC. If a polyatomic molecule contains n number of atoms, it will have n minus 1 bond lengths. These bond lengths can be calculated by isotopic substitution. Here in this section, let's see this determination of bond lengths. For that, consider one example of a linear polyatomic molecule, carbonyl sulfide, OCS. This carbonyl sulfide has 3 atoms O, C and S having masses M1, M2 and M3 respectively and have 2 bond lengths RCO and RCS. Our aim is to determine the bond lengths RCO and RCS. This molecule rotates about a common point and the axis of rotation passes through the point C. About the point C, these 3 atoms are at distance RO, RC and RS. Then write the relations connecting RO, RC, RS, RCO and RCS. Then RO equal to RCO plus RC, RS equal to RCS minus RC gives equation 1. Taking moment about the common point C, M1 RCO plus M2 RC equal to M3 RS. This is equation number 2. Then you substitute the value of RO and RS in this equation. Then you will get this type M1 RCO plus RC plus M2 RC equal to M3 RCS minus RC. Then you expand all the terms and collect RC terms to one side and you give total mass M to M1 plus M2 plus M3. Then you find out the value of RC and give equation number 4. Then the moment of inertia of the molecule about end-to-end rotation is given by I equal to M1 RO square plus M2 RC square plus M3 RS square. Then you substitute the values of RO and RS from the equation 1 in this and expand the terms. Here we used the formula A plus B the whole square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. Then again you expand. See here, there are 3 RC square values which are marked in red color and 2 RC values marked in blue color. So you collect RC square values and 2 RC values and you replace the total mass M by M1 plus M2 plus M3 and you write the remaining terms. Then you give equation number 6. Here you substitute the value of RC from equation 4. Then see the red colored dashed line circle M1 RCO minus M3 RCS. From there you take minus sign outside and it becomes M3 RCS minus M1 RCO. Then you subtract 2 divided by mx from 1 divided by mx and you will get I equal to M1 RCO square minus 1 divided by M into M3 RCS minus M1 RCO the whole square plus M3 RCS square. This is equation number 7. This is the moment of inertia of the carbonyl sulfide molecule, OCS molecule, that is parent molecule. Here M1, M2, M3 and M are known values and the bond lengths RCS and RCO are unknowns. To find out the values of RCO and RCS, isotopic substitution is needed. So, O16 is replaced by O18 in the OCS molecule. Now, O18CS is isotopic molecule. As we know, when a rotating molecule is substituted by its isotope, the interatomic distance remains the same. Mass will be changed. This leads to change in moment of inertia. So, mass of the oxygen will be changed. Therefore, mass of the oxygen M1 is replaced by M1 dash and total mass M is replaced by M dash. Therefore, the moment of inertia of the isotopic molecule I dash is equal to M1 dash RCO square minus 1 divided by M dash into M3 RCS minus M1 RCO the whole square plus M3 RCS the RCS square. This is equation number 8. See equation 7 and 8. From the study of rotational spectra of a parent and isotope molecules, I and I dash are known. Hence, two unknown bond lengths RCO and RCS can be calculated. Thus, microwave studies lead to very accurate determination of bond lengths of linear polyatomic molecules. Thank you.